Antweil's Anecdotes, my keys to the game, home sweet home. It's the home opener. Have an extra pep in your step. Protect this house. Bucknell is 42-5 over the last 4 years in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. This is the finest facility in the Patriot League, and they certainly play like it. And the magic number for Bucknell, it's 70. When they score at least 70 points in the Aaron Russell era, Bucknell is 50-1. Guess how many points they scored on Tuesday, opening night against Monmouth? 70. They won that ball game by a final of 70-32. The head coach for the Bucknell Bison is 39-year-old Aaron Russell in his 7th year patrolling the sidelines, 2-time Patriot League Coach of the Year. This is an emotional day for him. It's Veterans Day. Both his parents served in the military out in Germany. His brother's a police officer in Minnesota. So he's definitely thinking about all those who protected our freedom and our way of life. And talking to him before the game, he said, hey, there should be no pressure on us. We get to do what we love. I get to coach basketball. These young ladies get to play basketball. There are many other people doing extraordinary things out in the world. Our officials are Kenneth Kelly, Chad Titus, and Dara Lofshin. Both teams coming off wins in their season openers. Bucknell and Quinnipiac. First all-time meeting between these mid-major programs. I'm Justin Antweil courtside. Quinnipiac, they are monsters of the MAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. 4 straight regular season titles. Bucknell, a perennial powerhouse in the Patriot League. 48-6 the last 3 years in conference play. Paula Strautmani and Caitlin Slagus will take the tip. Dara Lofshin throws it up. And it's officially go time. Quinnipiac in the Navy jerseys going right to left. Quick launch from Jen Fay. It's short and an empty first possession for Tricia Febreze Club. Home opener for the Bucknell Bison. Strong showing on hand. This is a Bucknell team that returns 91% of its scoring from last year's 22-win team that went to the WNIT. Ellie Mack making her 2nd career start. She feels a lot more comfortable this year. 2 years ago, she tore her ACL. Last year, she was getting her feet wet. Kat, that was a heat check. Remember, she was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc in the 70-32 win against Monmouth. Here come the Bobcats the other way. Driving and spinning, it's Aaron McClure, the preseason MAC Player of the Year. A kick out and a pretty stroke from Taylor Hurd, junior from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, back in the Keystone State. Allows her squad to draw first blood. Here's Slagus the other way, tried to bank it to no avail, but picking the pocket in the backcourt, it was Kai English. Soft hands. Bucknell's really worked on their defense this offseason. It started with their 10-day trip to Europe when they went to Germany, Slovakia, and Austria. And we've got a foul committed by Edel Thornton. First foul on Quinnipiac, away from the basketball, so an inbounds play for Bucknell. Thanks for spending your Sunday evening with me. This is a Bobcats team that is absolutely locked in. They've won 24 of their last 25 games. Their lone loss to UConn, 11-time national champions. English's floater comes up short, ripped away by Taylor Hurd. Abby Kapp reading the passing lanes, trying to turn defense into offense, and the sophomore does. Talking Aaron Russell, nobody made more strides this summer than Abby Kapp, who had a solid rookie season, was on the Patriot League All-Rookie team, but I think she grew a couple inches. Her body got leaner. She's playing with more confidence. She feels more comfortable with her teammates. Last year, there were times she was afraid to put the ball on the deck. There you saw her read the passing lanes. Quinnipiac and Taylor Hurd, good second effort. Fouled from behind, and she'll go to the line for a pair. The foul was tagged to Abby Kapp. 2 shots for Taylor Hurd, a career 83% free throw shooter. And free throws are where Quinnipiac struggled, despite the 4-point win against Drexel on Friday night. They were 4 for 12 from the stripe. But they did force 15 steals, and that's why they won that ball game against the 15th-ranked Drexel Dragons. So Quinnipiac back in front. Kapp finds a cutting Walker. Walker on the preseason All-League team. Good cross-court pass. Mid-range game for Kai English is smooth. She was working on that shot earlier today with shooting coach Janine Radice. The pump fake at the 3 and settle for a high percentage shot in the mid-range game. We're all equal at 4. Corner 3 for Taylor Hurd, and she has all 7 of the Bobcats' points. That's how loaded Quinnipiac is. You know, at the top of the broadcast, we talked about Jen Fay and Aaron McClure. Don't sleep on Taylor Hurd. Turnover for Bucknell. Their first miscue. They did turn the ball over 20 times despite the 38-point win against Monmouth on Tuesday. Good ball movement here. Jen Fay, a backdoor cut, sneaks past Ellie Mack. Quinnipiac up 9-4. 2.5 minutes gone by in the first. English calling for a pick. Gets a hard screen from Slagus to free up some space. Good whip to Mack. Catch and shoot three. Buries it. That was great ball movement from Bucknell. A hard screen set from Slagus. English drives to absorb the defense. Left Mack all alone on a curl at the top. Aaron McClure, double team. Hangs up in the air long enough to sink it. That's tremendous body control for Aaron McClure. Second straight year, she's been named the preseason MAC Player of the Year. Little inside-out basketball here. Ellie Mack traveled overzealous. Just the second career start for Ellie Mack. And we've got a slew of substitutions occurring here. Kiara Bikini is in, as is Brittany Martin for Quinnipiac. Abby Kapp checks out, so Allie Johnson, sophomore from Kentucky, can check in. Johnson's a sharp shooter, particularly from the wing. Brittany Martin controlling the ball. She's a great sixth woman, one of the best reserves in the MAC. She could start on a lot of other teams in the MAC, probably the 10 other teams in the MAC, but she likes her role with the Bobcats. Jaden Ward. 5 on the timer here. Got to launch it. Ball's batted up in the air and finally hauled in by Caitlin Slagus, who picked up her 26th career double-double opening night. Johnson, catch and shoot. Give another assist to Kai English. Ball movement is key for Bucknell. 3 assists on 4 field goals made thus far for the Bison. Pretty stroke. Mackenzie Deweese, just a freshman, highly touted out of Maryland. Stretches the lead to 4 for the Bobcats. 5.5 remaining first quarter. Allie Johnson with a couple jabs, and we got a reach-in foul on Deweese. Deweese's mom played hoops at Mount St. Mary's. Deweese logged 1,000 hours of community service in high school. That's really committing yourself as Autumn Seppi checks in for Ellie Mack. So she had time to do all that community service and play basketball and get good grades. And she had time to sleep and eat. Wow. Bobcats and the Bison, mid-major showdown. English can't get the home roll, skying for the board. It was Jaden Ward, the junior from Wisconsin. Brittany Martin, one of a slew of seniors on the Bobcats, finds Bikini, the native of Italy. Ward, good closeout from Walker. Pivoting, nowhere to go, and English reads the passing lane. Another steal for the Bison. Look at the burst and acceleration. English flips it up. Acrobatic lay-in. Excellent work for the Bucknell Bison. They have 5 field goals by 4 different players. That's the recipe for success. Remember, they had 10 different players tally a field goal opening night. Back to a 1-possession game. Bikini, tough angle, can't muscle it in. Same team, Seppi and Walker. It's Walker who hangs on to it. Cross-court pass to English. English kniving her way inside, denied. Good initial contact by Jaden Ward. 50-50 ball picked up by the Bison. Shot clock never reset. Seppi, the southpaw, in and out. 4 different players hit threes for Bucknell opening night, and that's kind of been the running theme. Hey, we've got a load of talent. Russell in his 7th year says, this is the deepest team I've ever had. Anybody can score on any given possession. 14-12, Bobcats lead the Bison in a mid-major showdown opening night at Soika Pavilion.